Crawford. People often ask me, Roger, when did you develop an interest in motivation and personal development? Interestingly enough, it happened when I was in college at Loyola Marymount University in Los Angeles. I'll never forget, I received a phone call from a stranger. He said, Roger, I'd like to meet you in person. We have something in common. So we scheduled lunch the following day. Now, I assumed that maybe he was a fellow tennis player and wanted to get together for a game. So I arrived early at the restaurant. I turned my chair towards the front entrance and I watched people as they were filing in. And I saw someone that fit his description because he had told me he was about 6'2", had a mustache and curly hair. So when I saw him, I waved at him. He approached the table and I extended my right hand and I received the surprise of my life. Our hands were almost identical. Up until that point, I had never met anyone who had hands similar to mine. And I have to tell you that I was so excited to have the opportunity to meet him. You know, he was older than I was. I thought maybe he could be a mentor, share some wisdom with me. But as we began to talk, it was evident that he was bitter. In fact, he blamed all of his unhappiness, his discontent, his lack of success on his hands and on his legs. And I've got to tell you, I left that lunch a changed person. Here's why. I remember thinking, if he had normal hands and he had normal legs, but he had the same attitude, he had the same mindset, his life wouldn't be any different. Do you agree with that? See, here's the message for you today. The most powerful resource that we have is our ability to choose our mindset. It can be our greatest asset, or it can be our most disabling limitation. You know, as I look at my own life, I got to tell you, I'd rather have one leg and a positive attitude than two legs and a negative attitude. It was from that experience that I started studying motivation and peak performance. And how was it that people were able to transcend obstacles? They looked at problems as possibilities. And as I began to study it and I got to meet more people, I came to this conclusion. What really handicaps us in life are the ones from the neck up, the ones that we choose.